Attention passionate Chicago, Bears fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Chicago Bears' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Chicago Bears fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Chicago, Bears fans. Let's get to the news all right. Folks, sit back because today we're diving into some really intriguing rumors and strategic moves that could change the landscape of the NFC North, and more specifically, how they could influence the Chicago Bears' future. It's a story that involves a very talented player, Landon Dickerson, and a potential blockbuster trade that might be brewing between the Philadelphia Eagles and another NFC powerhouse. But before we get into the nitty-gritty, let's set the stage a bit and understand what's happening behind the scenes, how these moves could shake up the division, and most importantly, what they mean for the Bears heading into the second half of this season. So the buzz is that the Eagles, currently sitting at a solid 5-3, are considering trading Landon Dickerson, their talented guard, in exchange for a second-round pick in the 2026 NFL Draft. Now, this isn't just any name. Landon Dickerson has been turning heads with his impressive play, and he's considered one of the most impactful guards in the league right now. His career PFF grade stands at an impressive 88.5, and he's been a key part of Philadelphia's offensive line, which has been quite reliable this season. The Eagles, with their depth along the offensive line, see this as an opportunity to bolster their defensive line, freeing up around $10 million in cap space to invest in their front seven. It's a strategic move that, if executed, could have ripple effects across the NFL. But why would the Eagles part with such a talented player? Well, there are some cogs turning behind the scenes, and the team's front office is clearly prioritizing bolstering their defensive line, which has been a bit inconsistent this season. They see value in securing more cap space and draft capital, possibly to address some of their pass rush needs or to create more flexibility for future signings. And let's not forget, the Eagles are in a very competitive NFC, and every move they make is aimed at maintaining or even elevating their Super Bowl chances. But this move isn't just about the Eagles. It opens a door for the Bears, who are desperately looking to protect their young quarterback and boost their rushing attack. Now, shifting gears to the Bears' side of the story. We know that Chicago currently has around $6.5 million in cap space, which isn't huge, but it's enough to make some strategic moves, especially with the injury issues they've been facing along the offensive line. Tevin Jenkins, one of their key interior linemen, is nursing a knee injury and is expected to miss Week 9, which puts even more pressure on the Bears' line to step up. Protecting their quarterback, Justin Fields, is paramount if they want to keep their playoff hopes alive and continue to develop their rushing game, which has been a bright spot in their offense. The potential acquisition of a player like Landon Dickerson could be a game-changer for the Bears' offensive line. Dickerson isn't just a solid player. He's a mauler, a true force in the trenches. His PFF grade this season is an eye-popping 86, 7 overall, with a run-blocking grade of 89, 2 and a pass protection grade of 84. 3, he's very effective in both facets of line play, and his ability to handle pressure is exceptional. In fact, he averages only about 1.7 pressures per game, which is remarkable for a guard and speaks volumes about his technique and strength. What makes Dickerson stand out even more is his comparison to legendary players like Larry Allen, especially in terms of strength and consistency. His pull success rate is at an impressive 83%, and his anchor rate is around 90%, which is better than many top-tier guards, including Jackson, who has a PFF grade of 78.9. His physicality and technique make him a perfect fit for the Bears' scheme, especially under the guidance of head coach Matt Eberflus and offensive coordinator Luke Getsy, who are always looking to improve the run game and protect the quarterback. If we look at the numbers, the addition of a player like Dickerson could elevate the Bears' rushing attack significantly. Analysts project that with him in the lineup, the Bears could see over 300 rushing yards and a 17% increase in EPA, expected points added per run. That would push their average rushing yards per game from around 95 to a robust 120 yards, creating more balance and opening up play-action opportunities. It's not just about the stats, it's about the impact on the team's identity. Chicago's offense has been built around a strong running game, and having a guard like Dickerson could make that identity even more formidable. Another key aspect is how his presence could help reduce sacks. Under Jim Schwartz's defensive scheme, the Bears have been able to generate more pressure and create turnovers, but protecting Justin Fields remains a priority. With Dickerson anchoring the interior, sacks could be cut from 3-0 per game down to about 2. 4, which might not sound like a lot, but makes a huge difference in terms of field position and game momentum. And in terms of play action, which is a critical part of Chicago's offensive philosophy, his ability to reduce pressures by 16% would be invaluable, making their play calls more effective and less predictable. Now, let's talk about the bigger picture here. The odds for the Bears making a deep playoff run with the current roster aren't exactly favorable, with betting odds around +8-0. But with a strategic move like this, especially if Dickerson joins the team and boosts the ground game in the playoffs, those odds could improve significantly. Imagine him in key playoff moments, especially against NFC North rivals like the Packers, where his presence could be the X factor. His run-blocking ability and consistency could be the difference in close games, and that's what playoff football is all about, having those reliable players who can step up when it matters most. Looking ahead, the impact of acquiring a player like Dickerson isn't just about this season. It's about laying a foundation, creating a legacy similar to the one Allen Krutz built for the Bears in the past. Dickerson could be a catalyst for a Bears offensive line that is not only solid but dominant, helping to forge a new era of success for this franchise. His presence could elevate the entire unit, fostering a culture of toughness, resilience, and excellence that we've seen from some of the greatest linemen in Bears history. That's the kind of impact that could shape the team for years to come, especially in a division as competitive as the NFC North, where every little advantage counts. And of course, the big question remains, will this trade actually happen? Right now, it's just rumors and speculation, but the signs point to a real possibility. The Eagles see value in draft picks, and the Bears are desperately looking for ways to shore up their offensive line after injuries and inconsistency. If this trade goes through, it could be one of those moves that fans will remember for a long time, a true game-changer in their quest to return to the playoffs and beyond. In conclusion, we're watching a fascinating chess match unfold, with strategic moves that could reshape the NFC North landscape. The potential addition of Landon Dickerson to the Chicago Bears roster isn't just about one player or one game. It's about the future, about building a team that can compete at the highest levels, and about giving Justin Fields the protection and support he needs to thrive. As always, the NFL is a league of constant change and surprises, and this story is just one example of how smart front offices are thinking ahead, making bold moves to secure their place in the sun. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Chicago Bears news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. So fans, what do you think? Is Landon Dickerson the missing piece for the Bears? Do you believe this trade will happen, and how much of a difference could he make? I want to hear your thoughts, your predictions, and your hopes for the rest of this season and beyond. Drop your comments below because your opinion truly matters, not just to us, but to the future of this team. Remember, I'll be back soon with more updates, rumors, and deep dives into all things Chicago Bears, so stay tuned and keep the passion alive. This is your home for everything Bears, and together we're building something special. Thanks for watching, and as always, bear down.